Welcome everyone, how's it going? This is your angry Viking here with, well, no garage. This is how I work. It is a backyard and it gives me what I need. And what I need right now is some inspiration and just plain old how to motivation. And as you can see, the paint job isn't that great on this car. I did it quick. I just spray bombed it. Some of it's peeling off, flaking off, you know. Just give it that natural look. But, so, I've got this car on the market right now. Um, some of you know my health hasn't been the greatest. My life has been tumultuous, so to speak. And I need to get out of this funk. And some thoughts have begun to plague my mind, and that has to do with this car. It is a 1953 Mercury Monarch. And as you can see, it's got that kind of a hood scoop look to it. Well, a thought is to just bring that up a little bit higher. As you can see, it's about half an inch high from the rest of the hood. So what I'm thinking about doing, as you can see where the paint job ends of the white, comes all the way down here and right up. So I'm thinking about cutting that and adding some steel in there, raising it up about another inch in the front. It'll taper down in the back. And as you can see, it's not a working hood scoop. This is all closed in. Someone decided to paint black over it years ago. So that was not my doing. There's a dent that needs to be taken out right there. I've been offered $700 for this lion hood ornament. And I told him, well, you add on another $7,300 and you can take the whole car. I guess that wasn't acceptable to him. But getting back to my idea, I want to raise the front up about an inch. So we're going to slice all the way down and then just raise it up and then add more steel in there and cut this open, make it a functioning hood scoop. That way it allows a little bit more cold air in while I'm driving, keep that engine warm. But that's not all. See, if she don't sell, as you can see on the body lines here, she flares out, got herself some little hips, She's not a fat bitch, but she wants to be. And bitches need some hips, right? So I'm thinking about doing the same here. Now this is part of the rear door. So what I'll have to do is slice all the way up over around and then all the way to the back, let it taper off, add in about an inch up front here to bring it out a little bit. And then I can fit a little bit of a fatter tire in the back. Now, as you can see, that flare ends at the bottom of the door there, just slightly above. And yes, what you're seeing here, was all chrome. And I said, screw it, and I painted over it. I like chrome. I just don't like too much chrome. And as you can see, I've still got to weld all the holes shut where the other chrome used to be. We have it up here. This upper part I'm going to add back, that chrome strip, because I do have the chrome that fits around the windshield as well. I have all the chrome for this car. I'm just not fond of it. Now, another one that I am planning on doing if the car does not sell soon, just because I'm a bored sumbitch and just like to keep myself busy. Now, I'll go far back so that way you can see the profile of the car. Now, as you can see, the back end of this rear fender, or quarter panel I should say, it starts to slope down. And then it has this nice little angle there. Well, I want to change that up a little bit. I want to level out the body line. So bring it straight back. And then I want to add a bit of a fin to it, raise it up a little bit in the back to level it out. And then bring her just a little bit further back from the rear taillights and just kind of, you know, bring it in at an angle. Really change the profile of this this car. Now, the rear bumper, she's pretty janky. I painted over it because the chrome was all peeling off. Two, the farmer that had this car has backed into a barn with it. He's probably backed into farm machinery. He used this as his field car. It is an originally Ontario, Canada built car. And a fella from Manitoba bought this car, had it shipped out to Manitoba. Later on, about 20 years later, he sold it to a farmer who lived out in Alberta. And he simply just used it on his farm. If a fence line was torn down, well, he loaded up barbed wire and posts, and he used the car to repair his fencing. I've got the entire backstory on this car. A nice little letter written up for me, and I really enjoyed that. And as you can see, the chrome in the headlight bezels, that was all peeling out, so I painted those a gloss white. I've got LED headlights in there now. It gives it a lot better better lighting when you're driving at night, which really sucked with the 6-volt headlight bulbs, but really perked up. So with the front here, I know you can get these add-ons where you can sink this chrome piece right in here, and it'll kind of come out in a point and give it that, you know, that look. I don't want to do that. I want to add on to the bezel here and keep it so it's removable, because you need to remove the headlight. But I want to add that metal on the outside and just kind of flare it out into a point, and you know, just start having fun with this car, if it's not going to sell soon anyway. But she is listed on Marketplace. She's listed for $8,000. She's got a 354 bolt main engine in there with a which is a small block Chevy engine. If you don't know your cars, the hood does not stay up well, but that is the engine now. When we first did the engine swap, it was a 283 small block Chevy, and sadly, after a week of driving beautifully, she started to knock and rattle, and just it was complete garbage. Luckily for me, my daughter's boyfriend, his father had the engine out of his mother's old car. She only had 70,000 miles on it, or kilometers, I should say, and drove it like a baby. So I've got a perfectly working 354 bolt main here. It's got a TH350 transmission. It's automatic. I would have preferred standard, but you know, beggars cannot be choosers. I had a good friend do all the work to get this thing running, driving, as I did not have the equipment for a lot of it, such as a good welder to put the new motor mounts in and stuff like that. But it wasn't a big job. It was just a bit of a struggle, and I let another man have that struggle. So figured before I start chopping away and welding, get some thoughts from you guys. Do I keep her the way she is, or do I give her some hips, some fins, and a hood scoop? You know, I like the hips, the fins. I love that hood scoop. I definitely love the idea for the headlights. Give it a little bit of a point, more of an aggressive look. Now with the rear bumper, since it is so janky, and when I say janky, I mean like she's rippled and she's dented and she's twisted a bit. I just covered her in a flat black, and it hides the damage done to it pretty well. If you look, you know, I can probably hammer that down a little bit, probably straighten it out. But I was thinking about maybe customizing it a little bit, covering, like removing it, and using this as a kind of a pattern, and doing something a little bit different. You know, just my own customization. Now, what intrigues me, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but right in the center says Monarch. And I like that stamped in there. And I'd love to kind of cut that out and add it to the bumper I want to build. And as you can see, she's not plated at the moment. I took her off the road for the winter time. and I just haven't gotten around to putting it back in. There's been a lot of struggle in this life. Oh yeah, the door stopped working. So vice grip, got to use the vice grip handle. She has the original door panel on, and if I put the camera just right, you can actually see. I want to redo those, and she has Studebaker buckets in there right now. She also has a Dodge Rad, and now I've showed them this before on my video, but as you can see, very basic interior. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special. I've got my gauges there. I've got to do the wiring so it's neater and everything. But I blew a fuse because I'm an idiot and did things wrong. So got to fix that up. Now with these old cars, as you can see, she's got the ashtray. She has the original factory stereo in it. The clock does not work anymore, sadly, but I would love to find one. And I kept her with the original column shifts automatic. Just a beautiful car. And I want to eventually paint that dashboard. That is a steel dashboard. Your face hits that, you'll know it. And you can get a better look off of this door panel. It is falling apart. I haven't put the ones in the back yet because I do want to change the look. And, this has got like stains. It's got probably mold in the back. She hasn't been kept the cleanest before I got it. She was being used as a farm vehicle. The headliner probably was a light beige, and now, well, you can see by that staining, she needs to be steamed and cleaned. But other than that, it's in really good shape. I actually was surprised when I seen it. I figured the headliner would be ripped, it'd be sagging, This here needs to be tightened up. Someone just drove a pair of screws that were too big for it in there, so it's not tight. So I've got to replace those. They even put washers in there just to try and get that tight like it should be. But this one here still in good shape, but they will be covered and matching the rest of it here. I'm not going to remove this. There's no point removing the headliner. It is, like I said, in really good shape. Just the rest of it needs to be updated and freshened up. And, if she sells down the line, then she sells. But for now, like I said, it's on Marketplace. And if someone wants it and they want to pay the price for it, then they can gladly have it. $8,000. I think it's cheap. The problem is building hot rods. It isn't like it used to be. You don't find them as easily like these old cars where they're inexpensive. They're cheap. Like you're looking, I traded a 2001 Chevy Silverado for this car. And it had a crate engine in there. The undercarriage was basically brand spanking new, from like brake lines to everything, brakes, rotors, you name it, brand new tires, brand new wheels on there. And I traded that for this. I lost money, but I didn't lose the money physically because the truck was given to me for money that was owed. And I didn't really want the truck. I really didn't. You guys probably have seen the truck in the video before here on the channel. I had the 283 Chevy small block on there. And it wasn't for me. I wasn't into it. And so I wanted something that actually felt right to me. And I feel right in these cars. I really do. I feel at home. I feel comfortable driving them. Now, right now, the main goal is to get her back on the road for the summer. And I've got to go through the brakes because the adjusters backed off. And now I only have brakes on one wheel. So there is that. And yeah, this is the car. So hope you enjoy.